Right, yeah. First and foremost, I want to thank God for being here. It's been a dream come true, man. Got to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But that's something that I was put into me at an early age was my foundation in Christ, and that's something that I was inspired by other athletes growing up, and I want other kids to be inspired by me, not only just on the field, but how I carry myself off the field, because I think that's very important. The platform I have and the influence that I have on the world is something that I take really seriously, and I want to be responsible while doing that, and I want to be effective in my community, and I want people to look at me as a role model. So that's one of the reasons why I do that.
Have you got a chance to meet with the Houston Texans?
Yes, sir, I have.
What was that meeting like?
It went really well. I got to meet everybody on their front office and had a great conversation, asked me some questions, and I feel like I did really good in the interview process with them, and looking forward to going deeper and deeper, building a relationship with them.
CJ, what is it that you really want to show in those interviews?
Yeah, one thing about me, I want to show first and foremost is my foundation, how I am as a man, as my person. And of course, I want to show I'm a man of God and let that be known. And then secondly, I just want to show that who I am. I want to be myself. I want to be unapologetic myself. No matter what room I step in, I want to let them know that I control the room and that I'm a leader. And then third, I want to show them the IQ that I have about the game when they ask me questions about plays or different things like that. That I let them know that I am a student of the game and I'm willing to learn, and I know I have a lot to learn. So, but I do come from an offense that is high power, and I did put a lot of points up, but am willing to go back to square one and learn it all over again just to be great at this league. So those are three things I'll try to show.
CJ, have you met with the Raiders yet?
Yeah, Coach Day and everybody at Ohio State, dealing with Coach Harline, Coach Dennis, Coach Fitch, Coach Wilson, our old offensive coordinator. They do a great job in our building, just because it is a mini NFL team, and they make you get up on the board, they make you explain the plays back. It's not just them coaching you all the time. You have to be the coach on the team, and that's something that I took very serious, was not only being a leader, but being that coach on the field. And if somebody forgot a route, or somebody forgot the protection, or somebody did this wrong or that wrong, I think on film you can constantly see me pointing things out, run up to do, tell them routes, tell them plays, and I think that just shows what I'm willing to do just to be great and to be a coach on the field.
CJ, have you met with the Raiders yet? And if so, what kind of feedback was that?
Yes, sir. That was my first formal interview that I had. Met Coach McDaniels, met everybody in the front office, and went really well. Had a great conversation with them. Kind of got to explain what my offense was, and they asked me about my athleticism and things like that, if I can do it at the next level, and I told them yes, sir. So had a great conversation with them. They asked me about some family stuff as well. So just being really honest and trying to just build that relationship and that connection.
CJ, what do you tell teams about?
Yeah, so for me, as I try to describe my style as one, free-flowing, but still disciplined, still able to take the completion when it's there, but at the same time making plays. I like to be just confident really in myself, and another thing I like to do is kind of just extend plays, and but take the routine plays when they're routine. So I don't try to press the envelope, and I think that's very important being a quarterback sometimes, because you want to let your teammates know that you're not always trying to be Superman, but when you need to make that play and you can extend that play, you get a lot more respect from your teammates. So those are just things I like to do. I think I'm a playmaker. I think I'm very creative, and I think I'm smart when it comes to protections and things like that, because I solve a lot of issues before they're even there, and that's something I pride myself on. And one thing about me, I think I'm a ball placement specialist. That's one thing. I like to be very accurate. I don't want my receivers have to do really anything to catch the ball, and I think I've shown that time and time on film again.
CJ.
Yeah, I've had a formal interview with the Falcons. Met the head coach, met the OC, got to meet the general manager, and yeah, it went very, very well. Had a great interview with them. They're real fiery in there, real. They're kind of like big kids, they're just kind of cool. At the same time, asking really good questions, being very honest, and I appreciated that. So that interview went really well. And then I had what was the second question? I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of highlights that game, but for me, I think you can put on my film I think I've been the best player in college football 2 years in a row, and I think I've consistently done that. And I think that honestly, I think I haven't even touched my potential yet. I think that I have a lot more to get better at, but I have a lot more to not only prove, not only to y'all, but to myself. And that's something I plan to do because I honestly don't think that I even got close to anything in college yet. So I'm excited to see what I do in the NFL.
Who are some guys you emulate in the NFL?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
You have your own style, but are there some guys you emulate in the NFL, some quarterbacks?
Yeah, I mean, growing up for me, one of the reasons I wore number 7 was because Michael Vick. So he inspired me not only just to be athletic and use my athleticism, but as a black quarterback to stay in the pocket and throw the ball. And that's something that he was very underrated in. And then I looked up to Deshaun Watson a lot as somebody I feel like I have a similar playing style to. And then Joe Burrow, being able to create, not being the fastest guy ever, being able to kind of extend plays, throw guys off of you, just be tough. And that's something that I feel like I do in this game.
CJ, coming from a winning program like
Yeah, I mean, I've had to answer this question a couple times, and I don't want to put nobody on the hot seat and try to say this receiver, that receiver. I mean, when you're in the NFL, I feel like every receiver is kind of dominant, but of course, all those special guys. So I'm excited to see wherever I go, man, and I want to build that connection with every team that is. So if that's any receiver, if that's a tight end, I want to build that with the whole offense and the whole connection of that team. So I don't really have any exact names, but yeah, I'm open to really throw to anybody.
CJ, coming from a winning program like Ohio State, but how do you mentally prepare yourself to get ready to go to a team NFL team that may be going through a rebuild process?
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's something I'm not really foreign to. I had to do it in high school, and I know that's a long time ago, and it's not as big as NFL, but it's something that kind of prepared me a little bit for this. And being at a place like Ohio State, they prepare you for things like that, though. It's not always going to be grass, not always going to be green on the other side. That's something that Coach Day consistently tells you. So he prepares you for things like that, and I definitely think that if I do get put in a situation like that, then I'm gonna try to go in there with just complete confidence and remain humble and go to work. Because at the end of the day, trying to flip a script and trying to build something, trying to build not only just a rebuild, but build a franchise and build a dynasty. And that's something I want to do. It takes hard work and it takes consistency. So that's something I'm willing to do.
What is just like you've done this 10 times?
Yeah, man, I'm kind of blessed to have the maturity that I do have, and just the able to kind of get away from all the distractions and lock in on not only kind of trying to kill this interview process, and but also just be myself. Because at the end of the day, that's the best version of myself. So.
And your willingness to do pretty much to throw the football, supreme confidence. Some might say, hey man, I'm a starter. I've thrown 1,000 passes.
Yeah, but I want to go out there and show why I have the best arm in this draft. So I want to go out there and swing it around. At the end of the day, it's football. It's like going to the park and just having fun. So that's something that I'm looking forward to do.
You talk about being the best quarterback in this draft. What makes you the best quarterback if you're pitching to all those teams?
Yeah, for me, first and foremost, is kind of the foundation I've set for myself as a man, growing up as a kid, just being a man of God. I think that's something that's very important. You want somebody who is responsible, respectful, and is very mature, and that's something I think I check all those boxes. And then, of course, my leadership. I think I didn't go to Ohio State. The manner of respect, I earned it from everybody, not only just my teammates, but from the coaches to the janitors to the EQ people, everybody, to my trainers, to nutritionists. You asked about CJ Stroud to tell you how much respect that I gave to them and the respect they gave back to me, and I appreciated that. And then 3, just my play. I think I've been the best player in college football 2 years in a row, being consistent every game. And of course, I've had my mishaps and I had my struggles, but I've always kind of answered the bell whenever people had questions, and I pride myself on that, and I feel like I'll do that at the next level.
You've always said you don't want to prove people wrong. You want to prove the people that believe in you right. When you're standing up there, you're talking about trying to be a top draft pick. Is that kind of all set in there? Is it kind of surreal?
Yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's something that it's taken a village to not only just raise me as a child. So I appreciate everybody back home for taking care of me, and of course I have to appreciate my mother. My mother has definitely been in the forefront of that, and she's done amazing things. She's sacrificed a lot for me, and I'm blessed to even have a mother like that. And my father as well, he set that foundation, and he's doing well. So, and then my brothers, sisters, everybody back home, like it's been a village, like, for real. So, a place where I come from, you have to grow up there, you have to be tough. So that's another reason why I am the way I am. So yeah, I'm blessed to kind of have that foundation set.
CJ, what's it like going through this process with Jackson, and just what would you tell NFL teams about Jackson?
He's a dog. Go draft him. And that's what I've been saying. He's one of my favorite people ever. I love him to death. And he's just a blessing to have, not only as a teammate, but as a friend. He's the most quarterback-friendly receiver I've ever had.